walking tonight. This is my press pass. I don't have a cop block badge, but that's definitely not in our budget. You can get one for 20 bucks, random number, or 25 if you choose a number. That's not in our budget. And I went packing. Yes, I walked around downtown Keene with a .40 caliber high point with a full clip. With a full clip.
Don't shoot the cat.
No.
By accident. She wouldn't be like you.
No.
She'd be like,
and
what?
Everything fell, people.
What happened?
Oh, the pistol slid down. So.
Our cats tend to be house wreckers too.
Yeah. And hello, Lucky. Lucky got a bath yesterday.
He didn't exactly appreciate it, but
no. But let's see. I have some video. I don't know if I can show. I mean, you really can't see anything on this thing. Menu. Camera. Camera album. Take photo. Record. Camera. Album. I don't know if this. Options. I'm not sure how to play the videos.
Can you just watch them?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
Let me see, honey.
Where's Lucky? Lucky, look over here. Oh. Oh. Hey, everybody, it's Lucky. Yeah, I got a bath. I didn't appreciate that. And
I gotta figure this out.
Okay. No, I enjoyed it. I mean, I wasn't out there very long. It was my first time. So, you know, hopefully I can get out there sometime and do it again. It was nice to get out there and do that, get my mind thinking about other issues. Can you get down, Lucky? Whee! Alright, here's the holster. Yes, this is a cheap, like, I don't know, $5, $10 holster from Walmart. Yeah, and everybody's saying, well, for a high point, you have to have one custom made because they're big. They're not small. But this is a cheap Walmart holster. And look at that. See? It's fine. It holds it. It doesn't come out. It's just fine. You know, and that's a .40 caliber high point semi-automatic pistol. And there's a ammo. No, I usually don't wear it. Usually I have it sitting where we can get to it in the bedroom or in here. Okay. This is where the phone goes, but we can't find the video I took.
Well, I don't know. His phone is brand new to us, so.
Yeah, we're still figuring it out. And, we're working on. I was thinking in my head, you know, while I was out there walking with the guys, so some Keene cop comes up and tries to take the pistol. I'm like, boy, Don't you know you never try to take a redneck's gun away from him? But they just ignored us. They wanted nothing to do with us. They're like, they avoid us, you know.
Like plague.
Yeah, it's like, you know, they know, you know, we're not doing anything illegal. The cops may be doing something illegal, but we're not. And, you know, I would sometime like to actually, I mean, look, my wife was she's not right now in a position to go out and do a whole lot. So, and I didn't want her just to be sitting there in the car. And that's pretty much all she could do. So, I mean, I left, and I didn't mean to leave you all high and dry. It's just, and you know, I should have worn my cop block hoodie, but it wasn't that cool.
And we left the house in a hurry.
Yeah. So, you know, maybe sometime when my wife is home, you know, so she doesn't have to sit in a cold car, I can go and, you know, and hang, you know, do the cop block thing. But hey, Lucky. Hey, stop scratching, boy. So, you know, anyway, I don't know what else to say. I mean, I just wanted to say to the people tonight, you know, I want to say thank you, and I appreciate it, and I hope sometime, you know, I can get out there with you guys again, maybe, you know, keep some people from being arrested, or at the least keep some people from being harassed by the cops. I mean, you know, I think a lot of times that's what the cops, you know, the cops just like to push themselves, or, you know, throw their weight around. I mean, just my opinion. Now let me tell you something now. My dad, he was a career Army officer, although he did serve some time in the Navy as an officer. When he was stationed in Upper Darby, outside of Philly, he was a auxiliary police officer for the Upper Darby Police Department. My cousin Nancy's husband was second in command of his police department in Canada. And on my uncle's wife's side, we have a family member who is retired FBI. Although, with all honesty, his job was dealing with airplane crashes. And he will not fly in an airplane. He refuses. He's seen what can happen. And when my mom was in nursing school in Philly, there was, she had a friend whose sister, because back then, in order to be a flight attendant, or we call them stewardesses. Sometimes I still say stewardess, and sometimes I say flight attendant. I still get them mixed up. But
they kind of glare at you.
Yeah, I mean, you call them a stewardess. Back then, you had to be a nurse to be a stewardess.
That's an awful lot of.
What?
That's an awful lot of you know.
Nurses.
Well, I mean, qualifications, I would think, you know, like crazy.
You know, and plane travel back in those days was not what it is today. Plane crashes were far more common back then. Anyway, my mom's friend's sister died in a plane crash when they were trying to land. It crashed. Yeah, her sister was, you know, becoming a nurse. I don't know if she was going to be a stewardess or not, but flight attendant, whatever. Now you don't have to be a nurse. I think it's more of a compliment to refer to them as stewardesses, since back in the day, in order to be a stewardess, you had to be a nurse. So that's 3 family members that have been involved in law enforcement. One of them, very high-ranking, they had 2 second-in-commands in my cousin Nancy's husband's police department. One was the street guy, the guy in charge of cops out on the street, which was my cousin Nancy's husband. And the other was the guy in charge of everything in the buildings. And Nancy, at the time, was the administrative secretary to the Attorney General of British Columbia. So I got to sit in the Attorney General's chair. I even put my feet up on his desk. But so I'm out cop blocking, yet I have 3 family members that have been involved with law enforcement. And that's just the 3 family members I know about. It's possible. You know, the town my mom grew up in North Carolina, they had 1 cop. He was an old fat guy, from what I understand. He didn't bother anybody. You know, I don't know what they have now. But this town still isn't any bigger than it was, you know, 60, 70, 80 years ago. It's gone up, you know, like 200 people, then it goes back down to the 500. I think we have more people in this town than my mom's hometown does. Yeah, the 2 babies are
playing.
Yeah, they're always playing. Well, they sleep hard and they play hard.
That's their job.
Yep.
Playing.
They hunt each other.
Yeah. Sometimes you hear a squeak and a yowl and a howl. John has a squeak for a meow.
Yeah.
Let's hope he grows up.
And they still occasionally go after their own tails.
They find it fascinating.
Yeah. Even their own paws sometimes.
Yeah. Let's hope their tail never gets long enough for them to catch it, or we'll really hear a beller.
And John is finally learning how to beat up his sister, because his sister's been the one beating him up. Not in a bad way. I don't mean, you know, really beating each other up. Yeah, I mean, they're playing.
They're playing.
But they definitely bite down on each other.
Every once in a while you hear a squeak, and they both have squeaky voices.
John is
like, oh goodness sakes.
And you think, well, I put him right here and take him out for a walk with Lucky.
You think he'd have a better voice than that?
Yeah. And we think
You're kidding.
Socks is a little bigger than John.
Not much.
No.
Tiny.
But her tail is longer.
A little skinnier, a little bit thinner.
So anyway,
He's black and white, and John's looks like a bobcat. You know.
He's a baby mountain lion. I mean, he's going to be.
He likes us.
Yeah.
No.
They both like us. John likes to go for walks with Lucky. Socks likes to go for rides in the car.
Mama's kind of weird.
Yeah, she's only about a year old, so I think she's wanting to be a cat again now that the babies are starting to grow up. But I'm not sure if she wants to be a cat with them. But
ooh,
hey, Socks.
Meow.
Hello, Socks.
Meow meow.
Hey, Socks.
She kind of ignores you sometimes.
And she's looking over here like, what?
Huh? Who?
Come on, Socks. You just gonna look? Okay. So anyway, I want to say thanks to everybody at Cop Block tonight. I don't know what we met, like 3 people. People were all over though. I mean, we don't have petrol, gas to drive around.
Petrol. What's petrol?
From time to time, I say things like that. We don't have gas to be driving around, so that's why I was out there walking instead of driving around. So anyway, that's all I have to say. Thank you. You all have a good night. It's shaky. Earthquake.